The layout of the Arduino PLC IDE software is similar to other PLC software. Once I create a new project, the main page includes a couple of windows as you can see here. I can adjust each window, delete or add more. I can do that from the View tab, View Tool Windows. You can show or hide any of the windows in the main page by selecting or deselecting any of the options here. The same for the toolbars. I can show or hide any of the toolbars from View Toolbar. For example, I can add the ladder logic bar, which contains the main icons used in a ladder logic program. What you see in the middle is the device configuration window. If you don't see this window, click on the left panel and switch it to the Resources tab and double-click on your board, Opta. It will open the board configuration page. This window shows the device information, the status, if we're connected to the device or not, and under Others, we can download the runtime, and it shows the available ports for the download as I demonstrated in the previous video. To set up the communication, go to the Online menu, Set up Communication, and open the properties of the Modbus protocol. The Online menu also includes Connect to the PLC device, Download the code, Halt, and different restart and reboot options. On the left-hand side, you see the Resources and Project window. There are two tabs here, one for the resources and one for the project. Under the Resources tab, you will see the PLC device type. Here I'm using Opta. And you can access some features related to our device. The local I/O mapping is simply the memory addresses for each input and output on the Opta PLC device. I will cover the I/O mapping in detail in the next video. Here is the Modbus and Ethernet configuration, Sketch, which contains a window for the Arduino programming language C++, and I/O expansion if we are adding any expansion units. Once you click on the Project tab, here are the information and elements related to the project, the one I created at the beginning. This includes the PLC program that I'm going to be writing and sending to Arduino Opta PLC. In order to create a new program, right-click on the project name, then choose Add and a new program. And here you have the option of creating a program in any of the PLC programming languages, such as ladder diagram, sequential function chart, function block diagram, structure text, and instruction list. I'm going to select ladder logic, give it a name, and assign it to task and click OK. There are 4 tasks we can assign to each program we create. In general, this is the speed of execution of the assigned program. Here are more information about each task within Arduino PLC IDE software. Once I add a new program, for our example, it is a ladder logic, it comes with a default one line or rung that has one input and one output. In the Arduino documentations, they refer to the line as a network. Whereas in Allen Bradley, for example, or other PLC programming documentations, we call each line as rung. They also refer to the input instruction as a contact and the output instruction as coil. I will use the two terminologies interchangeably, like rung or network, contact or input instruction. I will try to focus on the Arduino terminologies to keep it relevant to their documentations, but both terminologies are correct. If we want to add another rung or another network, I can right-click on the gray area and select New Network. I can also add that using the Scheme tab. Click on Scheme Network in New. Or I can add the Network toolbar and select the icon here for adding a new rung or a new network as well. Now for adding input or output instructions or contacts or coils, right-click on the contact and add a new one, or you can change the type. You can also add contacts or coils using the toolbar by selecting any of the contact or coil icons. Or click on the contact inside the program and then go to Scheme, Object in New. This area here shows all the variables for this project and for the program, the global and the local variables. In the Property window, you can see more information about anything you select in the Project tab and the library tree. For the library tree, this is where we can drag and drop any function that we might need for our PLC program, like arithmetic, addition, division, subtraction, etc., or counters and timers. Keep in mind that these are only possible with ladder diagram, sequential function chart, and function block diagram. Once you drag and drop the function inside the programming area, it will generate a block with some input and output pins. The output window is the place where PLC IDE software prints output messages, like compiling a project or downloading code to a target. This window is also where you're gonna see if there are any errors when compiling or downloading the code. The status bar displays the state of the communication, if the project is connected to the device, the code status, as well as if you are in the debug mode or not. For example, once I click on Connect to the device, you see the updates here. For the top menu bar, the file, you can create a new project or open another one. Also, you can change the color theme. You can choose to have the PLC environment in a dark mode. Go to File, the option, and then Visual Theme, Color Theme. I prefer to keep it as a light mode, so I will leave it as standard. The Edit tab includes the regular edit commands, like cut, copy, delete, etc. For the Project tab, you see options related to the project itself, like compiling or refresh current target. Debug is for simulation, and as of recording this video, this is not currently available. For the Window tab, you can select which window to show on the main screen. Now, to have access to the Arduino PLC IDE user manual, go to the Help tab and select Index. The user manual can be downloaded and stored locally. It contains detailed information on the different tabs and windows of the PLC IDE software. For example, in the user manual, page 171, there is a list of all the commands for each of the software tabs. And starting from page 71, you can read more details about networks, contacts, and coils.